Have you ever opened your bank statements and wondered, where did all my money go? Well, chances are it's in your smartphone. And that's because the average person spends over $200 a year on subscriptions that they don't use. And when you throw in things like app fees, premium upgrades, delivery fees, and even AI tricks that's designed to make you spend, all of a sudden you're losing thousands of dollars a year. So today, let's talk about where you may be spending that money. I'll show you the 5 hidden costs of your digital life and how you can stop them from draining your wallet. But before we start, if you feel related to any of this, just know this video is not meant to judge you or to shame you for it. In fact, let me know in the comments below if you've ever been through any of this or if you know somebody struggling with it. But let's get started. It always starts out with the free trial. You tell yourself that you're going to cancel it before it ends, but life happens, you forget, and months later you discover that you're still paying for it. And it's not about the wasted money, but the guilty feeling you get when you realize that you've been spending money this entire time on something you haven't been using. And it's not just you. Studies show that about 80% of people pay for at least one subscription that they don't even use, and the average household spends about $219 a year on subscriptions as a whole. That's more than what some families spend on 1 week of groceries. And some of these can be ridiculous. BMW once tried charging $18 a month just to turn on heated seats in their cars. Meanwhile, Tesla charges $100 a month for their full self-driving feature. And that's on top of the amount of money you spent on the car itself.
It's a recurring charge on your credit card, but eventually it will most likely creep up in price.
And it just gets worse, because the apps that you're using right now have another hidden trap within them, and that's in-app purchases. These always start small. The $1.99 for the super chats, the $4.99 for the channel memberships, or even the $9.99 for exclusive videos. I've even done this myself. On one live stream, I spent over $100 on super chats just to watch the creator shotgun a beer on camera. And in the end, it really wasn't worth it and the money was just gone. But that's how these tiny charges get you. Individually, they feel so small, but when you add them up across YouTube, video games, and apps, all of a sudden you see a $209 billion industry. And look, I'm not trying to tell you not to support your favorite creators, but what I'm saying is if you're using these features often, it may not be the most effective use of your money. But if you want a free way to support your favorite creator, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button below. And if apps like these can get you with small purchases, they have a much bigger plan in store for you. And that's by making you feel that the free version of their app is just not good enough anymore. We've all felt this one. You download Tinder and the free version somewhat works. You swipe and swipe all the time, but you don't get any matches. And just when you're feeling frustrated, that's when Tinder hits you with the banner saying to upgrade the premium, where you get things like a boosted profile, see who likes you, unlimited super likes, and all of a sudden you feel like you need the premium version in order for it to work. That's the upsell. Apps make the free version feel broken on purpose so that you'll convince yourself that paying is the only way forward. And it works. Dating apps, productivity apps, nutrition apps, they all use the same format. In fact, 60% of software companies now use in-app purchases as the main driver of their money. So next time you find yourself out there in the dating world or wanting to improve your health, maybe ask yourself if the premium app is actually worth it, or if you can use this money towards things like a new wardrobe, haircut, or maybe a new membership at a gym, because trust me, you don't need to pay $9.99 for a premium app to meet the love of your life. But this price of convenience doesn't stop with in-app purchases. It also hits us whenever we order food. Think about ordering McDonald's. A Big Mac meal in the store is about $12, but if you order on a delivery app like DoorDash or Uber Eats, you could find yourself easily paying double that once you factor in things like inflated menu prices, delivery fees, and tips. But here's the crazy part. The average household now spends more money on delivery fees than what they do on car insurance. So let that sink in. You're spending more money to have the food move from one door to another than what you do to insure the vehicle that you could be using to get the food yourself. Maybe this is an excuse to maybe walk down the street to that local restaurant you've been always thinking about trying out. That's called the convenience tax, and it's being supercharged by something new and a lot more scarier. AI designed to make you spend more money. Believe it or not, your smartphone has turned into a digital salesperson that never sleeps. So every scroll, every click, every late night browse session, AI is tracking and watching everything. And not only that, but it's suggesting things that it knows you're gonna wanna buy. And it's starting to work. In fact, almost 50% of people say that they're open to AI shopping suggestions. And if you pair that with things like one-click buying or digital wallets like Apple Pay, you'll find yourself in a TikTok shop spending spree without even giving it a second thought. And that's the scary part. These 5 hidden costs aren't random. They're kind of like holes in a boat. Each one being small, but together they help sink your ship completely. So you need a digital money detox in order to plug these holes before that happens to you. So how do you fight back? Well, I'm not gonna tell you to throw your smartphone away and go live off the grid for the rest of your life, but there's 4 steps you could take right now to take back control of your money. The first step is to audit everything. Go through all of your bank statements or your credit card statements and just note and highlight any reoccurring charges you're paying for. Chances are you'll be surprised just how many subscriptions you have and how much you're throwing away every month. The second is to create a digital budget. This can be $30 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month. It really doesn't matter. The point is to put all of your subscriptions and digital purchases into this budget. That way, when something new and enticing comes your way on your screen, you know that you'll have to get rid of something in order to add that in there. The third step is to add friction back into your life. Delete your saved cards from your Apple Wallet and turn off that one-click buying from Amazon. Force yourself to have to manually add your credit card numbers whenever you make a purchase. Why? Because the extra time it takes for you to do that gives you time to think about whether this is an actual need or maybe this is just a want in the moment. And lastly, simply wait to upgrade. If there's a new purchase you want to make, just write it down in a notebook and give yourself 30 days before making that purchase. Chances are you'll realize that you really didn't need it this entire time. These 4 tips are not about restriction, but it's about taking back control of your money and knowing where every dollar is going on a monthly basis. So if you made it this far in the video, here's my 2 cents. These hidden charges are everywhere. And once you start to notice them, you can start plugging up the holes before they sink your financial ship. But like I said in the beginning of the video, this is not meant to judge you or shame you if you've fallen for any of these. Chances are we all have, but it's about making you aware of them so that way you can take back control of your money. If this video helped you catch even one of these hidden charges, maybe watch these videos next. Pretty sure you'll get a lot out of them. And if you want to keep in the loop on how to take back control of your money, be sure to subscribe.